Straw Hut Media.
So, okay, you're probably thinking, is this like a Noxzema commercial or what? But seriously, I actually have a way normal life for a podcaster. I mean, I get up, I research old movies, and I pick my faves to talk about on this show. Hello, students. Fall is here, the school year is in full swing, and it's episode 103 of Release Date Rewind. I'm your host, Mark J. Parker, a movie lover and movie maker, and thank you for listening to this podcast that celebrates milestone anniversaries in entertainment, either on your favorite podcast app via the Straw Hut Media Network, or on the You Run Podcast Network, or watching it on YouTube for the fashion. This summer marked the 30th anniversary of one of the GOATs, one of the classics, a comedy that stands the test of time and only gets better with age. And that is Amy Heckerling's Clueless. I know I'm totally buggin because it's almost October and I'm late getting this episode out, but you tried driving in platforms. I could never leave this masterpiece out of my lineup as if.
Oh, really, Alicia? As if.
So grab your friends and your friends of Dorothy, wear your plaid and your knee-highs, and if you'd like to watch or rewatch Clueless before continuing, it's currently streaming in the US at this very moment on Netflix, Hulu, Paramount Plus, Canopy, maybe even some others. So you got options. All right, Bettys and Baldwins, hop in and ignore the stop sign because we're getting on the freeway and it's time to rewind. I have two amazing guests that are you both remind me so much of this movie, so I'm so glad we were able to make this work. I have Melissa Ward, Nurse Mel is back on the show, and we have Che from And Just Like That is here.
JGS.
Woohoo! Wow.
Wow. Perfect timing. The show ends, but now a new show begins for Che. No, we have Jason Kashiwagi is back. He was just on, Jason, you were just on a few months ago for Brady Bunch, which is perfect. We went from Brady Bunch movie to now Clueless. Mel, your last visit was Little Women, right? Was there anything more recent? No. Okay. So I love this. We're like you both are following me along with this like mid-90s great time in our young lives. And now we have Clueless, which just turned 30. How does that make you both feel? Jason, I'll start with you. How does that make you feel? That Clueless
I love the fact that it's still relevant. And so that makes me feel that I'm still relevant.
There you go. As you report live from the Hollywood Hills. Love that. What about you, Mel? How does this make you feel that it's 30?
I'm fine with it, honestly. It feels honestly timeless. So
yeah,
the fact that it's 30 kind of means it doesn't really compute. Like, it feels like it could have come out like last year.
Right. It's so like eternal in a way. And like it's amazing how it's one of those few movies that like still every time I watch it, this is a rare time for me, everybody. I watched the movie twice before coming on today. I watched it in the theater when it just came out like a month ago for like a couple nights. And then I was like, well, because when you're watching it in the theater, you can't really like take notes or like pause it or, look up stuff. So I was like, let me do that again. But every time I watch it, like it doesn't feel like an old movie.
No.
You know what I mean?
I think because even back then, like the styles were their own. Like it wasn't really... Like it was influenced by the time, but it kind of created like its own fashion.
Absolutely. It's very much like a
its
fantasy.
Own language in a way. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. You're so right because everyone looks crazy, like half of everyone looks normal at the time, and then the other half is just fantasy wild, like fantasy looks, and then, the way they speak, some things, of course, were real. But a lot of it feels like its own made up language. You're right. It feels timeless that way. Now, Jason, you grew up on the West Coast. You saw this probably in the theater, right?
Yes. I saw it opening weekend.
Wow. Oh my God. Mel and I were too young. I didn't see it in the theater. Did you, Mel?
I do remember when it came out. No, but I remember the chatter about it.
Yeah.
About like it being her stepbrother kind of thing.
Oh, so you remember hearing about that like at a young age. Interesting. Okay. Wow. The kind of like sort of risque. Yeah. Totally. That's so funny. And actually, Jason, I'm just realizing it's so perfect that we're talking about this movie and step siblings getting together because that was Cruel Intentions.
I was gonna say, is that someone else he knows?
No.
friend.
No, but it's funny. So Mel did Little Women. We did Cruel Intentions. Now we're doing Clueless. Like we're doing like the modern classics, the classics.
You're so right.
know,
These sort of new versions, whether, like
Our
Cruel Intentions
expertise.
and Clueless were like modern retellings. Of course, Little Women was period. But you're right. That whole wave of like hot, young women, especially, but like bringing back the classic stories. Jason, tell us, how old were you when this movie came out? You were a teen.
Yeah, I was 15.
Oh my God. You were Cher's age. They're all like 15. Right? She infamously says one of the best lines. Well, I was born in April. So as someone older, can I give you advice? She's older by like a month, right? But wow. So you were at prime age for this. Who did you go with? How did you feel? What was the crowd like? Do you remember?
Yes. So it was part of my, like, every week, my group of friends in high school would go see movies.
Okay.
And so Clueless was one of them.
Oh, yeah. That's amazing.
Like we just knew that because we were hitting all the teen movies. Every teen movie.
Yeah, there was always like a new release back then.
Oh my gosh, there was always something.
It was really catering to teens, especially.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah, and I've said that on the show before, that like, and especially like starting kind of with Clueless, it feels like, but maybe even before. But this was like such a wave of like teen content was so like popular, important, right? And now I feel like, I don't know, we're all older. I don't feel like teens really are that
dominate the way it used to.
Right? Yeah. What would you say is like the age?
Netflix.
Yeah, they're you're right. They're watching Netflix and things that we don't even like probably know about, or they're just on their phones. Which like one of my young acting clients, I had asked her last week. I said, hey, because every now and then I like to just ask, which I'm curious, but also I want to hear from them. I'm like, so like, have you watched anything lately, a movie or a show in the last couple of months where like, A, you saw a great performance, or B, you saw like a terrible performance, and why, And she literally said, she's 17. She's like, I don't really know what to tell you. I watched a TikTok person's video. I'm like, okay, well, sure. Tell me why you liked it. And it was like, it wasn't about a performance. It was about info. So it's so interesting. They're not
concerning.
Yeah, they're not really watching much in terms of like performances, And then Stranger Things.
They definitely still watch things like The Summer I Turned Pretty.
Oh yeah.
What's that show that takes place? Oh, Outer Banks.
Oh, they love Outer Banks.
They love Outer Banks.
And like kids love, like 10-year-olds love Outer Banks. I'm like, okay, I thought it was maybe for a little bit older, but all right.
I know. In hindsight, I used to watch stuff like that at that age, which is not appropriate.
Oh yeah.
All my friends' parents watch a lot of these shows too.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like
parents of the kids.
It's the kids are watching it, but also it still appeals to.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe some of us are still just, we never grew up.
Immature.
I feel that way about myself.
Oh, yeah. Oh, totally. I mean, that's half of why I have this show. Is like, I'll just watch something from the past and just pretend I'm 10 again.
Yeah.
But yeah, The Summer I Turned Pretty, I feel like it might have a lot of teens watching, but I feel like it definitely has older people watching,
Yeah, for sure.
For like just that kind of nostalgia factor. Yeah.
I don't look at these movies for nostalgia factor at all. Like,
okay. Really?
Yeah. As you know, like, I haven't even rewatched Clueless in years. Like, I don't rewatch Clueless for this, or Cruel Intentions, or Brady. Brady Bunch is an exception, actually.
You did rewatch Brady? Okay. So, wow. Yes. Interesting. Yes. So tell me why no interest in rewatching?
I mean, I guess there's always new things for me to watch.
Yeah, definitely.
And I already have the memories. Like, I have visceral memories of these films.
Right.
So it's like, I don't need to relive it. I don't want to relive 15-year-old me.
Do you have any do you have any comfort watches? Something that like you go to?
Good question.
That just like is a
not really. When you're, I mean, no, not even Sex and the City.
Okay.
Yeah, there's some people that are like, I mean, I definitely know people that just will not rewatch things.
Okay. I
love to rewatch.
Mel is a rewatcher. You watch. I just learned this year Mel watches Gladiator once a year. I didn't know that about you. I know Godfather you watch once a year, right? Typically.
I watch a lot of these movies like if I'm on a plane, yes.
That's nice. That's a nice way to like.
I usually
Gladiator has a great soundtrack.
the best.
Yeah.
Great lines, great soundtrack.
Right. And meanwhile, I haven't rewatched Gladiator in decades, so I got to catch up to you. It is good. I remember it was great, right?
It's incredible. It holds up.
Wow.
Unlike Gladiator 2.
Okay. But you just haven't rewatched it.
So, okay, like right now, for example, the Haitians need to come to America. But some people are all, what about the strain on our resources? But it's like, when I had this garden party for my father's birthday, right? People came that like did not RSVP. So I was like totally bugging. I had to haul ass to the kitchen, squish in extra place settings, and like people were on mismatched chairs and all. But by the end of the day, it was like the more the merrier. And so if the government could just get to the kitchen, rearrange some things, we could certainly party with the Haitians.
Wow. You guys talk like grown-ups.
Oh, well, this is a really good school.
I remember years ago, Mel, do you remember like 10 years ago, I think it was for the 20th anniversary, we did Clueless trivia. Do you remember that? With like a bunch of people. Jason, were you there?
Yes, I was there.
Were you? I think you were there. Oh my gosh.
Oh, yes.
Right.
Was that
it
the
was
one
like
at
around our birthdays? It was at Big
Daddy's?
Yep, Big Daddy's. I don't think we won, but I feel like
Rest
we did
in
pretty
peace,
well.
Big Daddies.
Oh, Big Daddy's.
I think that was for your birthday, actually, Mark.
Yeah, I think it was on my birthday, right? Or it was right around our birthdays, yeah. But so that's funny. You were there, Jason. Yeah, Cece, and there was like a group of us for sure.
Yeah. I'm surprised
that just came to me. I know. What the hell? I feel like we
really hard.
Yeah. But Mel and I know we've talked about how like this movie also gets better and better with age because, we were what? I don't know when I saw it. It wasn't probably in 95. It was probably a little later on TV or renting it, right? So like I must have been maybe 9 or 10. So, and like I loved it so much. Like I thought I would, seeing the like poster. I remember going to the movies when it was out, but probably seeing Free Willy 2, which came out the same day, or something else, right? And seeing like the cutout, like the cardboard cutout of the girls, and I was like, "Oh, that looks so fun." But I feel like my mom had said like, "Oh, that's too sexual" or something, because I think that the tagline on the poster was something like "clothes, sex, like phones. What else do we need?" or something. So I think in order to like maybe attract the boys, the marketing was kind of playing up a little bit of like sex comedy when it's really not a sex comedy at all. I mean, just a little bit, but right. So I do kind of feel like, yeah, absolutely. So yeah, I saw this later. But as we've said, it gets better and better because as we got older, we could actually understand more and more of the jokes because a lot of them when you're 10, of course, go over your head. Like
I wonder even what I liked. I mean, I always liked the movie. So what did I like about it? Wow. What did I find funny back then?
Oh yeah.
So many of the jokes you will not understand.
Oh yeah. I still am like hearing and like, because especially watching with subtitles, I'm still like learning some of these great lines and I'm like, wow, that's what they say. Okay. Didn't know, Yeah. But like, the Crimson Wave and like haul ass and like so many things that I feel like I learned from this movie,
I just have, honestly, there's so many parts or lines that just in my everyday life on the regular remind me of this movie. Like I'm just living life and I'll think of that.
Yes.
Like for instance, the Cranberries.
Oh yeah.
The music is incredible.
If I hear a Cranberry song or someone brings up the band, I think of Clueless.
Do you
That's
really?
my association. Yeah.
Yes. Oh my God. I love that.
In my head sometimes, and when I get really judgmental, I will say in my head as if.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Now that I'm older,
please don't talk to
Elton
me.
is a fantastic character.
Elton is a fantastic character, and
he's
what?
He's really funny.
He's very funny. He's we know like a pig, sort of, but I mean, he's not like that bad of a guy because it's just like a miscommunication in a way, right? I mean, he like gets a little forceful, but it's funny. Like Elton and even Dion and Amber, like a few of them kind of fade away in the second half, and it's really all about Cher and Josh and Ty. Ty. It's funny watching this in the early years. Love Ty, love, but she to me was always very supporting. When actually she's kind of a co-lead with Cher because it's all like all the change, all the story is centered around this makeover with Ty and how she gets too big for her britches. You know what I mean? So it's funny because like Dee, is so part of it, and then she kind of takes a back seat. Elton once once like Cher says like leave me alone and
Yeah.
he drives away, we kind of never see him again, I don't think. I
Right.
think he dances with Amber at that cool Mighty Mighty Boss Stones party, but that's it, you know?
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool that the way the script is and the amazing casting that like some of these characters, like I'll always love Summer. Let's play Suck and Blow,
So random, but I do like
so
Summer
random,
too.
so cute, not in it much at all, but like you remember her, everyone is very memorable. They have their moments, and then they just kind of dip out when we got to focus on bigger stuff. We'll be right back.
Mr. Hall was way harsh. He gave me a C minus.
Well, he gave me a C, which drags down my entire average.
Hello, there was a stop sign.
I totally paused. You tried driving in platforms. Oh, should I write them a note?
I mean, it does follow the adaptation of Austen's Emma.
I'm glad you bring that up, Jason, because I was going to ask you to. Thank you. Have either of you ever read Emma or seen the Gwyneth Paltrow Emma, which came out right around this time?
Love the Gwyneth Paltrow.
Yeah, I love the Gwyneth Paltrow one too.
Did you?
Yeah,
I still have never seen it. Okay.
So, I was at Eastside Catholic High School. I was a junior, I believe.
Okay.
Because this is 1995.
Yeah.
And our English department went crazy over Clueless.
Oh.
They were telling everyone, all the students, to go see Clueless.
I love that. Wow.
Because they were going to head into teaching Austen. So
Yeah, it's a great retelling.
we were everyone in our high school.
Wow. It's a great
we got
way to not read the book and just see the movie and you'll get it. You know what I
we
mean?
had to read the book too.
Yeah.
But yeah, we I think we all got extra credit if we saw Clueless.
Oh,
Wow.
that's worth it.
That's amazing. That's so West Coast.
Yeah, I know. That's so Clueless.
That's so like, can you imagine if like, I don't know, I can't really picture where Mel and I went to school if teachers would be like, I mean, maybe some, but I don't know if they'd be like, you get extra credit to go see Clueless. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, they were
I would love that.
Really
good.
like,
it's educational. I love that.
Yeah.
Wow. So,
they did the same thing for, sorry.
I was just going to say, did you read so you read the book in school, Jason, and then you saw the movie Emma or vice versa? Did you see the movie?
Then I was interning at the Seattle Film Festival and Emma premiered there.
Cool. Oh, that's great.
So I
Look
got
at
to work
you.
that premiere. Or,
Screening.
It wasn't like a Hollywood premiere, but yeah, screening.
Yeah, that's great.
And I got to see it.
Nice.
Because that came
Mel-
out in 1996.
I think that was the year later, 96.
A year later, yeah.
So it's funny how like this movie was inspired by the book Emma, and then because this was so popular, then they're then like, okay, Gwyneth, let's do now the movie. And like it's actually kind of funny when you think of it. Like I don't think that would happen so quickly now. I feel like they'd be like, let's give it some space, and then we'll do a new version, but maybe not. They were only a year apart. Same story.
Yeah, I didn't realize they were so close together.
So close, yeah. Because that was when that was kind of before Gwyneth was. That was like as she was really rising, because 95 was 7, so she was with Brad Pitt in that, but very supporting. She wasn't like A-list star yet. But Mel, have you seen the movie Emma and read the book? Have you done both?
I haven't read Emma, but I've definitely seen the movie, and
Okay.
I love that version.
That's great. Okay, well, I gotta watch it.
But it's actually not my favorite Jane Austen story.
Right. You love Pride and Prejudice. Is that your fave?
Yeah. I mean, it's basic, of course.
No, I mean, is it? I mean, I don't know. Sometimes the most popular ones are the best ones, right? I mean,
that's my favorite, but yeah. I like Sense and Sensibility too.
Right. Sense and Sense, Emma, Pride and Prejudice. Those are like the
Those
three
are her
big
major
ones,
ones.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ew, get off of me. As if Cher's got attitude about high school boys.
It's a personal choice every woman has got to make for themselves.
So Clueless came out July 19th, 1995. Real quick, I want to ask you both. Yes, I can picture this, as a summer movie, of course, but does it feel, because it's set during the school year, I don't know, does it feel like summer to you two, or does it feel more fall, spring? Like I could see this movie coming out really any time of year except winter, but maybe that's just like the California vibe. What do you think, Mel? Like, does it make sense?
I think it works for the summer. Yeah.
But
it could also work in the fall.
Right. It feels right, like kind of back to school. What about you, Jason? Do you feel like this is like a perfect summer fit?
It's a perfect summer movie, but it could have also been a great spring break
movie. Yeah.
Mhm.
Like I could see this March, April, May, like totally, you know, kind of leading up into, you know, big summer blockbuster territory, you know, but
Yeah.
yeah.
I guess
yeah.
summer was great because, like, you know, I went with a group of friends.
Yeah. So, I mean, they were
see it.
smart and it was a hit, right? It made like
Mhm.
88 million or something, you know, so totally. Yeah.
Mhm.
But so this is what was going on in July 1995, just a little over 30 years ago, everybody. On the news side, feel free you to chime in. Let me know what you think about all this. On the news side, Forbes magazine had just announced in July that Bill Gates was the richest man in the world with a net worth of $12.9 billion. I remember for a while, like, yeah, like that was like kids knew like, oh, Bill Gates, he's like the
Mhm.
richest guy, you know, like that
Yeah.
is such a time capsule for me hearing that, you know.
Wait, is he not the richest anymore?
I doubt it, right? Isn't it probably like Jeff Bezos or what do you think? Or
Yeah.
right?
I still
Yeah.
always just think he's
Right? Because we especially were at that age where it's just like, all right, well, he's the one, you know, he's the
Mhm.
richest guy. That's what he's like most famous for, you know,
Mhm.
besides Microsoft and everything. On the TV side, you guys are gonna love this. My jaw dropped. I didn't know this until this morning. Road Rules premiered on MTV on
Oh,
the
wow.
same day this came out.
Oh,
Isn't that
wow.
like such a teen dream? Like
Yes.
Mhm. Yeah.
Mhm.
that is like a match made in MTV heaven. And Singled Out with Jenny McCarthy. I was about to say Jenny Garth. Jenny McCarthy. That had premiered a few weeks prior, about a month before. So those were the popular new shows on MTV. And of course, this movie, of course, was heavily marketed and promoted on MTV with even like, I need to like share it. I've been seeing like they've been coming back on Instagram. Like they had Alicia Silverstone like do special promo commercials. Like, you know how MTV would do that for some movies?
Mhm.
Like they weren't really like from the movie. Like she was in a studio as Cher, just kind of talking to the camera. There was that. I know they did that again with on MTV for Save the Last Dance. I remember like Kerry Washington like talking to the camera in character, you know?
Yeah.
So like that was the thing they were doing. On the music side, Waterfalls by TLC was the number one song. Huge, of course, their biggest song, right? But I thought this was interesting. Earlier in July, TLC had just filed Chapter 11 bankruptcy. So they had the number one song, but they were like $3 or $4 million in debt.
Wow.
Lots of like money mishandling. I forget the exact details, but I feel like maybe it was their management or something wasn't kosher with like them and their team, right?
Mhm.
So that was the number one song. Selena, our beloved R.I.P. Selena, she became in July 1995, she became the first Hispanic singer to have an album debut at peak number one on the US Billboard 200 chart and became the first and only female singer to place 5 albums simultaneously on the Billboard chart. So she was huge.
Yeah.
Huge.
I
Do you remember like listening to her a lot, Jason, back then?
Not a lot.
Okay.
But I remember it being played on the radio.
Yeah, wow. So that was what was going on in pop culture at the time as Clueless was about to take over the country, the world. It didn't open at number one. It was behind Apollo 13, which I still have never seen. I'm sure
I've
you
actually
guys.
never seen that either.
Really? I'm surprised, Mel. I feel like you would totally have seen Apollo 13.
I remember like
Yeah.
I remember being out of the loop, like
Yeah.
feeling like I was the only one that hadn't seen it back then.
Oh, yeah, totally. You saw it, Jason, and it was just okay?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, I liked it.
Yeah. I'm sure
But
it's
I
fine.
like Clueless better.
Yeah. Not surprised. I just remember at that age, my neighbor and friend, Mel knows, CJ Stuernagel, shout out to CJ, who's definitely not listening to this. He was so obsessed with space. And I just remember that summer, he was so excited about Apollo 13. And I just remember being interested. Like, oh, okay, yeah. Well, yeah, you should go see it. Yeah, let's go see it. Okay, yeah, let me know when you're going to go and I'll let you know. No, I didn't want to go. Oh, no way, you know? So, yeah, so Apollo 13 was the number one movie, but, you know, in comes Clueless. But other popular movies, so like I mentioned, Free Willy 2 came out the same day, as did a very controversial movie that I still to this day have never seen. Jason, I'm sure, has seen it. Mel, I'm sure, has not seen it. Kids, the indie movie Kids. No, I've never seen.
Actually, I have not seen it yet either.
I am floored. Really, Jason? I feel like that's your life.
I actually have I always associate that movie with our friend Sarah's brother bringing up kids when we were younger, and I was laughing, like thinking it was funny whatever he was talking about. He was like, no, it's serious. Like, no, that movie's messed up. Like,
Really?
and I was like, whoa, I'm scared.
Oh my gosh! Wow. So Matt Medical had seen it. Oh, I
Yeah.
doubt Sarah's seen it. I'd be shocked. That's
I
so
don't think
funny.
it's that.
You don't think it's too crazy?
No.
I'm sure. I mean, well, back then it seemed to be crazy. Maybe now, maybe not so much.
Right.
Right? Wow.
Yeah.
I don't know, but Rosario Dawson, Chloe
Mhm.
Sevigny doing all sorts of naughty things throughout New York City. So that had come out, but in very limited release, very like just a couple theaters in mostly, I think, New York, maybe LA, you know? So that was going on. And then, like I mentioned, Apollo 13 was the #1 movie. Other popular movies, this will really give you a laugh. Yes, Mel.
You know what? I thought when you said Apollo 13, I was actually picturing Armageddon.
No.
I saw Apollo 13 as an adult.
Oh, okay. So you have seen it, but you haven't seen Armageddon.
No.
Wow. Now that I def saw. Oh,
Have you seen Deep Impact?
Oh yeah, I have.
No, it actually
Elijah Wood, Taya
no.
Leone, Morgan Freeman. Oh yeah.
You
Of
should
course-
do a double feature one day
Yes.
of Deep Impact and Armageddon.
Because they're basically the same
Right.
movie and came out like a month apart,
But two
right?
very different vibes.
Very different. Which do you prefer, Jason?
Oh, Deep Impact.
Of course. But so other popular movies that you guys might remember, 9 Months. Oddly, I was like
Love
obsessed with
9
that
Months.
movie at that age, right, Mel? Isn't it so weird? And like
Yeah, I
other
was. I
friends
don't know.
have said that too. I guess we just really got a kick out of Hugh and Julianne, and isn't
Yeah.
Robin Williams in that too? I think, and Jeff.
Oh, as
Goldblum.
the doctor, yeah.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Very funny. That's where I learned, you know, the whole terminology of my water broke. I had no idea. I remember saying to my parents, I was like, so what, why is that bad? And they're like, okay, let's pause it. Let's tell you what that means. Right.
There's
But-
such a negative lore. I mean,
Oh, is there? About...
remember all the controversy that happened around 9 months?
No. What was
Oh,
it?
because that was when he got arrested.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. That was like that same year, maybe right after, right? Yeah. With the
He actually
prostitute.
survived that just
Mhm.
fine. Huh.
He totally did. Isn't that really interesting? We have 9 months. We have one of my faves. So silly. Species with like the female sexy alien. That was a big deal. We have Mel's daughter Gigi's favorite Disney movie, Pocahontas.
Oh,
Okay.
One of her faves. I love Pocahontas, but that was popular.
I saw that in the theater. Mhm.
Oh, definitely. Me too. Me
Mhm.
too. And
Yeah.
also another movie I saw in the theater, Indian in the Cupboard. I remember that was
So
like,
did
I feel like we went to see it with,
Ooh,
I actually
Cool.
remember we got there late,
oh,
and we never get there late.
oh,
My mom's friend who we were seeing it with like forgot our tickets or something. I forget, but we had to sit way in the front. And I distinctly remember like that was the first movie I've ever like walked into. It had already started.
oh God, what a stressful feeling. Still
It
to this day.
is.
It actually happened to me early, like a month ago. I showed up very late, but previews. And then I realized, oh my God, we are like the movie actually started. It's a terrible feeling.
It is.
I hate. You're like, oh my, I'm not going to know a thing what's going on.
No,
you know?
that's the only time it's ever happened to me.
Wow.
Now you have to be like 45 minutes late. To
I
a
know
movie.
we were late. My friend Katie and I we were late, but yeah, because now previews are literally half an hour, and somehow
Oh
we
my
were
God, I know.
still like a minute or two late to Oh Hi, which was so cute, a really fun movie that's in theaters or was. I don't know if it still is, but anyway, okay. So those were the popular movies. Now I'm going to throw it over to you two real quick, like I always do, and it's always fun when I have more than one guest. You guys can work together, in your own words. Does not need to be long at all. Give me your own little, log line, your little pitch for Clueless. Pretend I'm the executives that really were not so keen about Clueless. And I'll tell you more about that in a minute. But give me your own little brief summary for anyone out there living under a rock. What is Clueless about? I feel like since Jason probably saw it before Mel and I did, Jason, why don't you start it off? And then Mel, you can take us home and wrap us up. Okay?
So we have Cher, a sophomore at Beverly Hills, in a Beverly Hills high school.
Mm-hmm.
She is living the lavish lifestyle.
Oh.
And she is just trying so hard to match up her friends. She wants all her friends to be happy.
Mm.
And she meddles in their lives to make their dreams come true while ignoring her own.
Until then, Mel, can feel free to continue. Beautiful start.
Well, I would just say basically you're describing, and this is what it is the story of Emma by Jane Austen. Emma also was basically a matchmaker instead of trying to find a match herself, or not realizing her match is right under her nose because she's so focused on setting other people up. She doesn't recognize how she truly feels about someone right in front of her, someone that's very close to her. And I mean, in setting up other people, she kind of gets herself into some trouble, offends some people. It all leads to her coming to terms with her own feelings about somebody in her life and, yeah, getting together with that somebody.
Love it. That's great. Wow. Teamwork.
Cher is saving herself for Luke Perry.
Cher, you're a virgin?
I mean, I'm not prude. I'm just highly selective. I mean, you see how picky I am about my shoes, and they only go on my feet.
Nice stems.
Thanks.
We can jump around, and I feel like this is a good time to talk about the ending. Mel, you had mentioned, you heard the buzz that like she ends up with her stepbrother. So like, what do we think? Is that weird? Was it that weird then? Is it weird now? What Jason's saying no. Mel, what do you think?
It is, personally, it's one of my only complaints about the movie. I do think
personally, it is disgusting, and I don't watch the ending.
They definitely explain it well, like why it's not a problem.
Right.
You know, they have lines like "You were barely married to his mom."
Right. That was 5 years ago. He has a very interesting line that I wrote down today. He says, "Dad says, you divorce wives, you don't divorce children." So he's got a nice heart, you know.
Yeah, but Josh, doesn't he call her dad?
I don't think so. I think
because she says
Mel,
something
right?
like, "That's not your dad."
Oh, she does correct him, but usually, most times, he just calls him by his first name, Mel. So that's perfect that you're here. Yeah, like
wait.
What?
Sorry.
What?
Yeah.
So it's more a turnoff that he's the stepbrother and not that he's in college?
Well, I'm getting to that.
Oh, wow. Oh my gosh, you're right.
Okay.
You're
I would
right.
say that's also a turnoff.
Twofold.
I don't know how else they could have done it, because the story of Emma, it is sort of not her brother, but it's someone very close to the family. Again, like
I was wondering,
someone that her dad sees as like a son.
Okay, but he's actually not. There is no family connection.
He's just a neighbor.
Okay,
I don't remember exactly, but
got it. Huh. Interesting. Yeah, I wonder why Amy Heckerling made Josh a stepbrother, because it's a little complicated. You know what I mean? And not a neighbor. You know, another movie would have actually, the twist would be Cher falls for Travis because they sort of bond at the end. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, Jason's like, no. But Travis and Ty are perfect. We know.
I don't know. I can't really
There's
decide.
hierarchies in Clueless.
Yes,
There's financial hierarchies.
Yeah.
Like materialists.
Oh, of course. Like, Mel hasn't seen Materialists yet, but yes, you are so right. There is a structure to things. Yes. But that's so interesting, Mel. Yeah. So I've kind of, what's crazy, guys? I kind of, all these years of watching this movie, and I've seen it many times, I kind of forgot that, she's 15, 16, and he's like 18, 19. He's like a freshman in college. Wow. Yeah.
He might even be a sophomore.
He might even be older.
Well,
yeah. She does say like
freshman
a
year.
great line that is one of the more under the radar ones. She said, "Oh, freshman psych rears its ugly head." And he's like, "I'm not even taking psych." So I think he might be a freshman.
Right. Probably.
But
And he's just
still,
home all the time. Yeah.
I guess. Yeah.
I guess
college is nearby.
I mean, that's a way, the fact that he used to be her stepbrother, that's a way to explain why he's always at her house.
Right. Yeah. What do you think, Jason? Is any of it weird to you? You brought up the college, the age difference.
Because of that era, a lot of high school students were sleeping with college students.
Dang. Oh my God, were you one of them?
I wish, but no.
Yeah, we would like to, but
yeah, right. I mean, that was like the goal, but like very few people I feel like actually did it, but like at the same time, it felt like everyone was doing it. Yeah, it is funny because it's legally wrong, but it was such a thing. Like you knew people that did it. We know people in high school that had like an older boyfriend, whatever.
She was 16, he's 19, say.
Yeah, it's really, in the grand scheme of things, it's not an age gap really at all. But at that time in your lives, kids. Oh my God. You know, talk about kids, the movie. Yeah, you know, it's complicated. So it is interesting that Amy Heckerling wanted to not only make them family by marriage and this age gap, but it is so cute. It works. And I have to say, every time I rewatch it, their banter, their bickering gets cuter and cuter. It's so good. They are so good. Do you know what I mean?
What? Actually, I don't like the part when she starts liking him, like realizing she likes him.
Okay, you sort of like, what is it that you don't love? You just started to not care?
I don't know. I start to get, I guess, a little weirded out.
Yeah. Yeah. I
like
do
when they're
love
on
her.
the couch and she likes him.
Oh yeah,
You know,
when like she's in that, when she's combing her hair and like
she feels all self-conscious. Yeah.
yes, things. Yes. Oh my God, you're right. The self-conscious bit. Maybe that's also what it is. It's like, wait, Cher cannot be self-conscious, so this also just feels so wrong. You know? Yeah, it's tough because I do love her. Great kind of shopping montage during All by Myself and the fountain, and she realizes like, I love Josh. You know, like I do love that and the memories of him, and Paul Rudd's so cute, but. Yeah, it's weird. The movie is, in my opinion, I mean, it's so perfect, but it does dip a little bit for me kind of right before that when Ty is getting kind of like we were saying, like too big for her britches. And like she's with the guys at the mall.
The mall. I know. I hate that.
Yeah,
yes.
like it's
and then the scene afterwards.
Yes. And of course we get the iconic, I think we should say her line all on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. You're a virgin.
Oh.
Who can't
drive.
Right? We get that, which is probably
that was so harsh.
I mean, it really, and I have to tell you, because I know Alicia maybe isn't always the best actress in everything she does, but Alicia's reaction, that shot of her looking at Ty, and she's kind of holding her breath, and she like lets out this sad sigh, like, oh, that was way harsh, Ty. Like, you can feel like she was just punched. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's so good. And Brittany, oh my God, so good. So we at least get that iconic moment. Like, I think that is the moment of Clueless, is that line, right? Most people are going to say that line. But yeah, it's sort of, the movie just kind of like droops a little bit.
That's
I think
the main conflict.
I think it has to.
Cher
right?
finally being insecure. This is Cher being confronted with everything.
This is like the all is lost moment. Things have to crumble, and then they quickly, you know, get solved, right? But I know what you mean, Mel. Yeah, like there's just kind of like I think we're just supposed to feel a little like icky around those moments, you know, because they're kind of back to back.
I just also have like secondhand embarrassment when the lawyer, or the whole, like when they're going through the papers helping her dad with the case, and she like messes something up.
Yes.
And then the other lawyer makes a comment to Josh.
I love that other lawyer. Yeah, what a great role.
So uncomfortable.
Yeah, he's like, I don't care what you do with your butts, but like, and he's like, he's so mad about like these papers. This is going to set us back a few hours, right? Yeah, it is. It's weird. Yeah, because that's when Josh
has to fail.
Yeah, they have to. They have to truly like come together in a moment of failure, right? Like they like that's what helps build them each other up, I guess, right?
So do you guys think that they would have ended up together? Like, would they have gotten married one day?
Yes.
I think so. I hope so. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, she is 16. So what are they going to date for 10 years?
No, they get married at like
20?
21.
And then divorced, because Cher Horowitz is not getting married at 20. Daddy is not allowing that. No.
No, Daddy would not allow that, even for Josh.
Even for Josh. Yeah,
You never know. You never know.
You know,
so many 20-somethings 20-year-olds are getting married now, too.
Oh, God. Fools.
Really?
I'm so, excuse my French, but you fucking fools. Like, you are idiots, and see you at your divorce, okay? Like,
so many.
Ugh.
Like,
wow.
I don't like that. Well, this brings up a great, so your question, Mel, do they get married? Okay, real quick, and then we will talk more about some scenes and the music and the wardrobe. But the news broke. Jason, you and I and Cece were on that email back in April. The news broke this year that there is officially going to be the Clueless sequel series with Alicia. Okay, so that is in the works. Yes, Alicia, Cher is back. You know, and of course we know that there already was the TV show for 3 seasons, I believe, immediately after the movie, which I did watch some. You could sort of feel the UPN of it all. It wasn't really as exciting, but you know, it was fun to see a lot of returning faces, right? But this is like legit Alicia's back. I'm sure they're going to try to get some others back. They have to, right? What do you think? Like, what is the story for Cher now? Are she and Josh married? I assume they probably are divorced. I don't know, right?
Or he's dead.
Oh yeah, and just like that.
Just like
yeah, that's what everyone likes to write nowadays.
Husband died.
Easy way to move forward.
Yeah, and since Paul Rudd is so huge, is he gonna? I mean, he did that really interesting show where I think he played a couple characters on Netflix. It was like a short-lived, limited series. You guys remember that? Would he do a TV show?
Not a Clueless show.
Because he's like in the Marvel movies, and
let's see if this show actually happens.
Oh, you think maybe
I think it's not going to happen.
Interesting. Why do you think that, Jason? It's just too good to be
like
true.
Mindy Kaling, Legally Blonde 3.
Yes.
You can't. These stories.
Because she's not involved at all in the actual Legally Blonde TV show. Am I right?
She's producing it.
Oh, she's producing it. Okay.
Producing it. Yeah.
But no, Mindy. Is Mindy involved in the show?
No.
Yeah,
no.
See? That's a bummer when like you hear of these kind of exciting people like collaborating and they're working on something, and then like, we know Barbie had like multiple iterations with multiple writers, Amy Schumer, all these different people. So yeah, it's so interesting when things are announced and then just quietly fade or turn into something else. All right. Yeah. You got a good point. Maybe it won't happen. There were books. There were not one, but two different stage musicals of the show, I believe. Am I right, Jason? Because there's the Dove Cameron one, which was kind of short-lived. And then now there's like a new one, in the West End. Is it like playing right now? Do you know?
The off-Broadway version with Dove Cameron was a jukebox.
Right.
Just with rewritten lyrics to the songs.
Oh, interesting.
Whereas the West End has some of the classic songs from the movie, but it's new songs.
A lot of new original songs that the characters sing. Okay.
Survey said?
I thought it reeked.
I believe that was your designer imposter perfume.
Amy Heckerling is a very interesting filmmaker because she had, and now this is perfect timing because now I'll just tell you a little bit about where everyone was in their careers. Okay. So Amy Heckerling, obviously writer, director. And I mean, this script is magic. Like, I think this script is one of the best ever, right? But when you think about it, she actually hasn't had a ton of movies, Before this, she was involved. She had written, directed, and produced most of those Look Who's Talking movies, which I did love as a kid. There were three of them, right? They were like year after year leading up to this, right? So she had that success. Of course, she had, she did National Lampoon's European Vacation, which I still have not seen, but I know fans of the vacation movies. Oh, do you like it? I feel like that is the least fave of the vacation movies. Yeah, but you love it. Okay. Because I know people love the original
one too.
Is it really?
Racy.
Oh, okay, Amy Heckerling. All right, because I know people love Christmas Vacation. I guess Vegas Vacation is sort of hit or miss. That was fun. I liked it. But okay, you like European. All right. Well, she had that. And then, of course, most famously, she had Fast Times at Ridgemont High, which was like her first movie. She didn't write it. That was Cameron Crowe, which is pretty amazing that the two of them collaborated. But that was huge for her. That made her like a star filmmaker. So yes, it is interesting that after Clueless, she never really had hits kind of in that region. She had Loser with Jason Biggs. She did work with Alicia a couple more times, at least one more time in Vamps. And she worked with Paul and Stacey Dash in a movie that actually was really good, but it just, for whatever reason, got really held up in like studio.
Oh, with Michelle Pfeiffer?
Yes, I Could Never Be Your Woman, which was a relationship about a big age gap. And I think it was set in LA. So it sort of felt like the DNA of Clueless was sort of there. I liked it, but you can never find it. I mean, it's weird. The rights are always weird with that. But so the idea for Clueless was first a TV pilot. So she wrote a TV pilot in 93. And the title, I kind of love this, was called No Worries. And then as time went by, she had her manager. She would show it to different executives, apparently. And everyone liked it and thought, actually, this would be a great movie. Even though executives had come to her saying, we really want a TV show about the cool kids, not the nerds. We want the popular, rich, cool kids, So the goal was a TV show, but then everyone thought, make it a movie. But then after she turns it into a movie, then all these executives were apparently telling her, oh, well, there aren't enough boys. Like, it's so female centric. We're going to pass. And not until Scott Rudin, infamous producer who, major jerk, not until he got involved Of course, a man has to get involved and fix things. He gets involved, and then all of a sudden everyone starts really loving it, taking notice, and then there's a bidding war. And so Paramount bought the script for the movie Clueless, which was great because they owned MTV, Nickelodeon, so all that synergy there with marketing, with promoting, right?
Mhm.
But I thought this was interesting because I am one of the very few people that I've seen clips of Fast Times at Ridgemont High, but I've never actually seen the whole movie. I know, it's crazy. You've seen the movie, Jason. Have you ever seen it, Mel? No. Okay, we got to watch it because people love it. I know
Isn't that like a stoner movie?
it's kind of like a stoner movie, high school. The famous character is Jeff Spicoli, played by Sean Penn. He's a stoner, right? Surfer dude, blonde, And speaking of him, she said, here's a quote: "The most successful character in anything I'd ever done in, Clueless time was Jeff Spicoli in Fast Times. People think that's because he was stoned and a surfer, but no, that's not it. It's because he's positive. So I thought, I'm going to write a female character who's positive and happy." And that was Cher.
Mhm.
And very smart because we love this cute, blonde, positive, bubbly, clueless girl, right?
Mhm.
There's
Mhm.
what is there to hate? There's literally not
Nothing.
one thing to hate. Are you
No.
kidding?
What the hell is that?
A dress.
Says who?
Calvin Klein.
If anyone hates Cher, do
She's
not trust.
nice. Like,
Right?
she's not. Yeah.
Yes, she's actually, and yeah, she's a little rude to Travis. She's actually, rude to Travis. She's pretty mean to him, and she's mean to Amber. But honestly, me too.
Amber's mean to. They're mean to each other.
Amber, and it's so funny how Amber's in the TV show, like the first show,
Mhm.
as like their friend, because it's like you guys are absolute like frenemies, like emphasis on the
Right.
enemy,
Yeah.
right? Like they're a little like they cut each other down, So
Mhm.
Cher can be mean, but no, overall, I mean, are you kidding? She sees Ty and we all went to school with Mean Girls. Any girl who's popular and rich and spoiled, seeing Ty Frazier coming into gym class, they are not going to take her under their wing. So
Mhm.
Cher is our Mother Teresa of 1995. I mean, come on, right? Let's give it up for Cher, right? So, so that brings me to, I'll just briefly talk about our leads and where they were in their careers, because I think this is interesting because this cast, and I assume you guys agree, this cast is perfect. Is anyone out of place, do you think? Right? Like, and it's so funny because not all of them are famous, really. Like some of them really kind of went to the wayside, which is fine. But it just goes to what I always think is like, there is a role for every actor. You just got to be at the right place, right time, ready enough for it, because the casting, I just think, is perfect. So we'll start with Alicia real fast. She had mostly been known for dramatic movies because she's in one of the best, The Crush, which really got her noticed. She's in Hideaway, a dark, I think that was with Jeff Goldblum. Like she was doing some dark stuff, like like the year or two prior. And of course, she really became a pretty famous face from the Aerosmith music videos, right? She did 3 of them. I forgot she was in that many. Crying, Amazing, and Crazy with Liv, right? And that's what really got Amy's attention. But so this was like new territory for Alicia doing comedy. And she does it so well. I mean, and I feel like Amy has said sometimes she wasn't even acting. Sometimes this really was Alicia, just like saying these things, right? Apparently Haitians was a total accident and they did not correct her. And I love that. I think that's great. I love it, right? So that's Alicia. Paul Rudd, the beautiful, great Paul Rudd, which as a kid, I never really thought he was that good looking, but as an adult, oh my God, what a babe. Those eyes. I mean, do you guys agree as you get older, like looking at him now and even back then, like, wow.
He's always hot.
Oh, yeah, you knew, Jason. You just, okay. All right. It took me a while to realize, for sure, right? But Paul Rudd, can you believe debut film? Like, had not.
Oh, wow.
Debut. This was his debut. Wow.
I thought Halloween was his debut.
That came out a couple months after this, just 2 months.
Oh.
He might have maybe worked on that first, maybe, or like back to back. But yeah, that came out September of 95, Halloween 6, which is like everyone's least favorite, but I don't know. I kind of like it. It's not that bad. He's pretty good. He's very moody, completely different. I mean, he's moody in this, but completely different movie. What a crazy 1995 for him. So first movie that actually came out first, right? Then we have Stacey Dash, which we know she's crazy. Although it seems like in recent years, maybe she's kind of slowed down on the crazy. I don't know. I don't follow her. She's leveled out, right? Because
she does not want to be Candace Owens.
Yeah, no. Yeah. She was pretty extreme there for a while. And notice how like none of her Clueless friends ever were like seen with her, talked about her, right? But she does seem to have leveled out, right? And she's so good in this too and so gorgeous.
So pretty.
But she is the prettiest, right? And like
Mm-hmm.
she's got some good sass, great lines. Like she is very good. We forget how good
she's great.
Stacey Dash is, right? She had just done Renaissance Man with Danny DeVito and Mo Money with Damon Wayans. So she was, busy in these years leading up. And last but not least, I mean, let's just give a round of applause for the great, I miss her. She was so good, guys. Brittany Murphy. I mean, all of these people are great, but wow, like I really feel like, I mean, Alicia makes the movie, but right behind her, I think, is Brittany Murphy. I mean, without Brittany Murphy, this movie would feel very different. Do you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? The accent, when she's in her makeover, to I'm a supermodel, like it's so cute. The bouncing, the curls.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Right? So
I don't think I liked her as a kid, but I appreciate her in the movie as an adult.
Yeah. What do you think? You just weren't gravitating towards her when you were young?
Yeah, I guess she just didn't hit for me. Like I always thought Dion's boyfriend,
Murray
was hilarious.
Yes. Oh yeah. But she wasn't that funny for you?
No, I think because of her getting like an ego and stuff like that, I didn't love. Yeah.
Okay. She turns on us for sure. Yeah. But she is just so stinking good in this movie. She had done lots of TV. She was only 17 making the movie. Lots of TV, including The Torkelsons. Do you guys remember that at all? The Torkelsons? No. AKA Almost Home. So yeah, Mel, that was like, I think I watched it.
That is
maybe once it was in syndication. I feel like it was on Disney Channel. So it must have been like an ABC show, short-lived, one season, but it was just a really cute family dramedy. I think she was like the neighbor and she was so quirky. So I knew her from that before seeing this movie. I was like, oh, the Torkelsons. You know who loved the Torkelsons and we would talk about it was Liz McKay.
I've never heard of it for some reason.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah. It was definitely
and I was a TV girl, so
yeah. Wow. I wonder if maybe you.
What channel was it on?
I think the Torkelsons was on ABC because I would watch it after school reruns on Disney Channel, like around 10 years old or so, maybe.
Yeah. I didn't have the Disney Channel actually. So.
Oh, okay.
I have not heard the word the Torkelsons. Since it aired.
Oh, but you know what it is. You remember it was a show?
Yeah, I never watched it, but
you probably were like beyond that. Yeah, okay. Like there's an actress, I don't know her name, but she was the mom and she's a very unique, specific actress. I just rewatched Idle Hands and she's in it. Anyway, I'm going off tangent. But anyway, so those are our leads. I'll leave it there. That's where everyone kind of was in their careers as then Clueless comes in. So now in our remaining time, we can go around the room here. I want to hear like favorite moments, favorite lines, like favorite songs, because the soundtrack slays, favorite looks. We can just jump around. What is Clueless to you? When you think of Clueless, when you watch the movie again, what are you most happy to see again? Because this is the kind of movie where I can quote it before they say the line because I know what's coming, right? So Mel, let's start with you.
I love obviously the party scene, rolling with my homies.
Oh my gosh, rolling with the homies. Iconic.
I love when Donald Faison is getting his head shaved.
Yep.
And Dion's flipping out.
I'm calling your mother, right?
I think probably when I think of Clueless, I think of that scene with her walking in high school and the guy tries to put his arm around her and she's like, as if. That's what I think of.
It's such a visceral first way to introduce that line, right? It's so, yeah.
But I just love that part where he's like, I can't find my CD. I gotta go.
I can't find my Cranberry CD. And then I'm pretty sure he's singing it later in the car with her, right? He's singing, he's like trying to really like flirt with her and she does not care. And he's like, turn away. Yeah. I love that you're like an Elton girl. I love that you seem to really.
Not that I would go out with him, but I do.
But
think
he's entertaining.
His bits were good.
Yeah. Now, who's cuter back then in 1995? Paul Rudd or Jeremy Sisto, who plays Elton?
I mean, Jeremy Sisto is more handsome.
Paul Rudd.
Okay, we're split. Okay.
Paul Rudd has aged better, but
Okay.
I think comparing those two,
Yeah.
just in that movie at that age,
Elton
Mm.
Jeremy Sisto.
Yeah,
he was
handsome.
so like, the jaw was sharp.
I have been trying to get you together with Ty.
Ty? Why would I go with Ty?
Why not?
Why not? Why not? Don't you even know who my father is?
Ugh, you are a snob and a half.
Hey Rewinders, are you loving this discussion as much as I am? If so, please leave a rating, a review, or a thumbs up on whatever you're using to hear this. I'm pausing this trio for a sec to tell you about Paranormal Misfits, another podcast that's part of the You Run podcast network. Hosted by Chrissy and Nino, it's a show about horror, featuring chats about the paranormal, uncovering mysteries, unraveling conspiracies, and of course, chatting about scary movies. Perfect for this time of year. So check them out, but first... #but first, if you're a Big Brother fan, let's get back to Bronson Alcott High, which, everybody, did you know that high school is named after the actor Bronson Alcott Pinchot, who Heckerling was dating at the time? There you go. The more you know. Here are more of my homies joining the Val party. We have Allison Cantaveros, Brad Posakai. I think I might be butchering your last name. Sorry, Brad. Hi. David Park and Olivia Barbarian, who's an actress in my films Casting Kill and Your Last Summer. Take it away, classmates.
Hi, everyone. My name is Allison from New Jersey, and I'm a friend of Mark since high school. It's so wild to think that it's been 3 whole decades since Clueless hit theaters in 1995. I can't believe that so much time has passed, and it honestly just makes me feel really old. It felt like just yesterday we were watching Clueless on repeat while sleeping on Mark's futon in his New York City apartment after drinking Mike's Hard Lemonade all night. The nostalgia this movie brings for me is unmatched. I remember being totally obsessed with Cher and Dion's fashion and spending hours looking at outfits in my Delia's catalog inspired by their iconic style, wishing they could give me a makeover. Even 30 years later, this movie has stood the test of time as one of the best teen films in history and definitely one of my favorites, Cher being like the original influencer.
Hey Mark, this is Brad. I'm going to give you some of my Clueless history. I discovered the movie on VHS tape and not at the movie theater. I'm not sure why. I'm guessing I didn't know what it was when it came to the movies because I was extremely sheltered, and I would watch it over and over again on VHS tape, and then I bought the soundtrack at the mall, and I would play it 24/7 on my boombox when I was playing video games, and then I found novels at the bookstore, and I would read those, and I still have those novels in a box somewhere. And then the TV series came out, and I would record those and watch those over and over again. One of the best movies ever made.
Hello, Release Date Rewind Podcast. This is David, first time, long time. Clueless turns 30. I am totally buggin'. Honestly, this movie's on the Mount Rushmore of high school films, especially 90s one. Every single scene is jam-packed with quotable and iconic moments. To this day, I think Travis's classroom acceptance speech is one of the all-time greats, and I think of it every time I'm late somewhere. Chef's kiss skater poetry. And yes, every time I pass Circus Liquor here in the Valley, it's not quite Sun Valley, artistic license close enough, I immediately have to say, and I will totally shoot you in the face. Or Sun Valley. Anyway, Murray, another standout. Donald Faison doesn't get nearly enough credit for how funny and charismatic he is in this role. And I always hit my wife with his frustrated whenever we're stuck in traffic or she does anything that frustrates me. Paul Rudd, total dreamboat in this movie. When isn't he? Wallace Shawn, legend. Amy Heckerling, nailed it. Tone, characters, vibe. Whole cast is perfect. Brittany Murphy, this was her breakout role for me, and she's unforgettable. Cher, all-time movie character. She walked so Elle Woods could run. The soundtrack rips. Mighty Mighty Boss Tones playing at the party. Total vibe. We don't need to get into what some cast members are up to now, but let's just say in this movie, they're flawless. They're timeless. Clueless isn't just a classic, it's a snapshot of an era, and I reference it so often, it's basically a second language in this house. Happy 30th to one of the greatest greatest movies ever made. As if we could ever forget you.
Hello, my name is Olivia Barbarian, and I saw Clueless with Mark recently, and it was my first time seeing the movie, and I have to say, I don't know why it took me so long to finally see this movie. I thought this movie was super sweet. I thought it had a lot of charm. Obviously watching it now in 2025, like seeing kind of like some of the old school like touches of the cinema and like even some of the words that the characters were saying, you could just tell like it was in a different time. But I also felt like the piece was really classic and I don't know, just like kind of like a feel good movie. I walked out of that theater just reflecting on it and just feeling so good about, you know, the stories and the characters and the little bit of love that happens between that girl and guy is like super subtle but super sweet like throughout. And I don't know, just everything kind of comes around like full circle at the end. But in general, I loved it. And it's so funny because after I had seen it with Mark, I like kept popping up like on my Apple TV, like in my different things. It was just like popping up and I was like, oh, it knows that I saw it and then I loved it. And then I'm probably going to end up watching it again at some point soon. But yeah, it was a really overall really, really good film. And I'm glad I saw it after all these years of it being out. And I think if anyone's out there and hasn't seen it yet, like me, you're not too far behind. I would definitely give it a chance when you can. And it was a really good overall movie to watch. So, yay!
Whatever. Did I miss something? Is Big Hair back?
What are you doing? Yo, you getting on the freeway! Get out of this lane! No!
I also liked Donald.
Oh yeah.
as
Donald
well.
Faison's so good. So
Mhm.
funny. Oh my gosh,
And,
the faces.
and the guy that played Christian.
Yeah. Christian's great, but you know, right off the bat, as I get older, Christian right off the bat is bad news. And that has nothing to do with him being gay. That was just like with him, like arm on the door, where should I park? You know, he's got this attitude and like how he talks to Cher's dad. I'm like, are you kidding me? You know, like
Oh, I like that. I like that swag. It's very pre-swingers.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, very pre-swingers. And like, what does her dad say? I love her dad. Oh my god, as I get older, Dan Hedaya, what a scene stealer in this movie. What does he say? Like, just because Sammy Davis died, you think there's an opening for you in the Rat Pack or something like that, right? That's a great line, you know. But yeah, Christian is a very interesting character. So funny how, again, as a kid, I didn't really see the signs, but as an adult, you see the signs. You know that he is not into her, and she's clueless, oblivious, and not until Murray in the infamous freeway scene, like the best scene ever, comedy gold. But he says, you know, your friend Christian, what does he say? Is an disco dancing, Oscar Wilde reading, Streisand ticket holding friend of Dorothy. You know what I'm saying? And then, and then Dion says he does like to shop. Dress. No, he says he does like to shop, Cher, and he sure knows how to dress, right? Oh my god.
What I love about this movie is that it doesn't follow trends, it created trends.
Absolutely.
It created language, it created fashion, it, you know, the music. Like none of this was in the lexicon at the time.
Which is really wild because apparently Amy Heckerling did go to schools and like, or at least one school and like watch the girls, and she heard some things, but then I guess just like made up these great words, right?
I mean, yes, like she took it from LA, but then it went across the world.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah.
You know, the world knew the mighty Bosstones.
I love that scene too. That party is a party. Like the house party is really fun, but the dance party with the Mighty Bosstones, like I want to go to that. I want to go to that.
Falls on the stairs.
Did you ever go to a ska concert?
I mean, back in the day, in like middle school, like older middle school, our friend Suze Cooter, and I would go to the shows. They were like local bands would do like ska punk shows in like old churches, and we would like thrash around a little bit. It was kind of cool, you know. It was like at 5:00 on a Friday, but no, nothing like that. Like no, with cool lights and a bar and you know all that cool stuff. No, but I love that scene, and apparently that scene was originally supposed to be outside. but because of rain, they had to move it inside. But I think it works really well in like this warehouse with the lights and.
Oh my God! Do you think anyone saw?
And then I love, talk about a great one-line role. Oh my God, are you okay? That looked really bad. And I just love how Ty goes, yeah, thanks.
That's so funny.
So funny. You know, the movie doesn't have too much physical comedy, but the few, which is I think good, because then when you get too physical, it becomes something else, right? But there's Cher falling off the bed trying to be sexy for Christian. You know, the few bits of physical comedy are really good. Really good. You know?
Oh, totally, yeah.
Yeah.
You go, girl.
Are you okay?
I'm fine.
Shout out to Mona May, the costume.
We have to. She's been on the show. I interviewed her for Romy Michelle. So listeners, check out. She talks about Clueless. The costumes, the wardrobe. Yes. Jason, what's your favorite look?
Definitely the Calvin Klein.
The white dress okay, interesting, simple, classic. Okay. The underwear dress, right?
Because it's defiant.
Yes. But you know, it's funny. It's defiant, but it's still so innocent. It's not like super duper sexy. You know what I mean? It's not like she's like,
no,
you know, but yeah.
But it's defiant in the way that's like, she's defying her father.
Mm-hmm.
She is going to the valley.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to showcase her money,
mm-hmm.
which bites her.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And Jason, you know better than me and Mel all these neighborhoods. Like I still don't know. Like, so is the valley different than Sun Valley? Or is that
Sun Valley's in the valley, but
okay.
That's I think more west.
Okay, because when she gets mugged, which I was going to say is it's like a scene I have to shout out. I mean, that is true. I mean, I just laugh every time. This is an Aliyah and a Wada. But when she calls Josh, you know, and he's like, "Where are you?" And she goes, "Sun Valley." I'm like, so is that different than the valley? Because they've been driving, right? Okay, and then like.
Which is now a very wealthy neighborhood, by the way.
Oh, really? Interesting. And it did, like, do you think 30 years ago it wasn't really wealthy?
Yeah, no.
Okay, pretty different. Interesting. What about like?
It might have been Encino.
Oh, Encino. What about the great after the party? You know, Cher is really trying to get Elton to go home with Ty, so they're doing that great with Summer. They're like, no, you need to go. Like as like a West Coast kid, and then of course you've lived in LA for years now, Jason. What do you think of all that banter with like, no, you can take this and that and things that like Mel and I don't even understand, you know, like, is that all?
Love it. It is,
yeah.
You know, it is real. That is
accurate.
Real, accurate language. You know, yes, Californians, SNL get made fun of it, but that is real.
That's so true. Yeah.
You know, take the 405 to the
101 to the no, I'm
5.
south of what is Summer says I'm on, I can't remember now. I should have written it down, but then Ty's like, oh, I'm right below Sunset or something. And it's just like, I love this. I cannot picture this at all on a map, but I just love how this very simple conversation about just going home creates such a great tense moment for what Cher is trying to set up here. Love it. Love it. What a great exercise with, you know, the physical back and forth. Love it. Love it. Love it. Right?
Yeah. It's its own language.
But yeah, with Mona May's looks, I mean, we get so many amazing looks, mostly for the girls. I mean, the guys get some cool looks. Travis has a very distinct look. Christian, of course, is very dressy. But out of all the girls, you know, from Cher to Amber, Dion, Ty, Summer, and all the extras, I mean, it's amazing. Also, I didn't notice, honestly, you're going to laugh at me. I didn't notice until watching it on the big screen on June 29th this year, how many female extras just got nose jobs. Did you, right? So many of them have the, like, you know, they all got nose jobs because at the time, you know, that was, I guess, everyone was getting stuff done, right?
It's still popular. That is still relevant.
I'm sure. Yeah. Freaky.
All
crazy.
across
so
the U.S., the world. It's not just L.A., it's not just New York.
But what do you think, Mel? What are the most iconic outfits for you in this movie? What comes to mind first?
Definitely the yellow plaid.
The yellow plaid, absolutely. Which then Iggy Azalea even did in her video. Remember that? And that really,
say Dion's when she's wearing like a maroon dress.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I love Dion's like toilet bowl hat that we
Oh,
first
of
met her
course.
in.
Yes.
That's iconic too. Yeah.
Yeah, the red, Cher's red Alaya dress.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. That, and then
When she gets
also,
mugged.
I feel like that is an iconic moment, and like because she's also got the furry thing, and she's got the red satin shoes that Travis spills stuff on at the party,
Yeah.
right? Like, what a look! She looks so cute. I have to say, real quick, in that dress at the party, when there are just so many great lines just at the party. Let's go bump into people. Let's take a lap before committing to a location. Like, oh my God, poetry. Do you know what I mean? But when she's dancing with Ty, who just wants to hang out with Travis, but she is annoyed and she says, Ty, I need you. And they dance and she makes Ty like go around her and she's looking at Elton. Man, Alicia just looks so good. Like the
she's
sexual
really...
romantic tension between her and Elton there. Oh yeah, right. But
Ty,
also,
I need you.
I love that. Ty, I need, like, so good, like just the right amount of fake polite because she's getting annoyed. Like like Travis is no good, right? I saw a video. She wears like 55 different outfits in the whole movie, so it's hard to keep track.
Wow.
Right. Well, she has a computer.
Oh my God.
A computer.
Which I mean, how is that not a real thing yet? I remember seeing that and being like, wow, I can't wait to have that. Like, I'm sure maybe some rich people might have something like that, but like, how has that not become a thing? Home Alone had the Talk Boy. Home Alone 2 had, right? We saw that in stores. Why did we not get like some sort of fashion software? Oh my God, that was amazing, right?
Yeah,
and
iconic.
And what a way to start the movie, you know?
Yeah.
To David Bowie's fashion playing in the background. Yeah.
Aspirational.
Oh, yeah.
That's another thing. This movie is aspirational.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know,
Amen. Tell me more, Jason. Why?
Because it's like, not only are these teenagers rich, what backs it up is that they all have point of views.
They're very cultured. And as Cher says, this is a really good school. I mean,
well, this is a really good school.
You guys talk like grown-ups. Like, I love Ty's accent. Like, every time I watch this, I just want to talk like, you know, oh, you got Coke here?
She really thinks they're talking about Coke, the drug.
Right, because Ty is like a drug addict. Like she bonds with Travis over like crack. Like, they're talking about
she
like...
comes from the bad area. Where did Ty come from?
Well, she sounds like she's from New York, and in the script, in the actual script, I think it says she has a New York, like Long Island accent.
Yeah,
so,
she's from, but they say it's a part of...
Do they say it in the movie?
I think they do.
I just know the principal, whoever says this is Ty Frazier, who joins school in gym class? Like, I don't know if that's, I don't know. Maybe it happens. Right. God, what an awkward way to start a new school. Can you imagine? Oh, God. Walking in and then being told you could be a farmer in those clothes, which in the script, it's different. I was looking through, and now, of course, I don't have it open. Amber says, and actually it's Dion. Dion's a little more mean in the script. Dion says you could be something else in those clothes, but they changed it to farmer, which, I mean, another iconic line. Are you kidding? Of course, right? But I just remembered the maroon dress I'm thinking of. Amber is then wearing the same dress at the party, right?
Yes.
Ensemble-y challenged, right?
I've got a question for you.
Tell me. Yeah.
Do you have any friends that hate this movie?
Well, they're not my friends.
Yeah.
I feel like
high school that hated it.
Really? Do you think because it was just so popular that they just could not get into it, or they just hated it?
It was the money, the richness.
Yeah, I could see that. I could definitely see that turning off some people, but for me, it's just part of this fantasy because, like, this is borderline not real life at all. I mean, you know what I mean? It's so colorful and just so
now it
big.
is kind of reality. We are in the Clueless world.
Well, you said it's aspirational, so
it's aspirational and it succeeded. Everyone's a tastemaker now. Everyone's an influencer. Everyone has a strong point of view.
I feel like what you're saying right now could be Cher's opening voiceover of the show, of the new show. I was aspirational. Everyone's a, blah, 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 right? See, there you go. Right?
She'd probably be an influencer nowadays.
Oh, you're so right.
In the show, that they should make her like a mommy influencer.
Total, and she does it so effortlessly. Like she has so many followers. She's like so in demand, and she's just like, "What? It's not a big deal." You know what I mean? Like, and then
just have it venture into have Cher just venture into a simple plan.
And you know what? So sad. I can't believe I was just saying this, guys. Like I just said, and then Ty can be. I'm like, no, Ty. So yeah, how can you do a show without Ty around. I mean, you can, but oof.
Yeah, it would just be Cher's life. I mean, they might do
It would be
something
Cher's life.
stupid like Girl Meets World.
Yeah.
Ty wasn't in the TV show.
That's true. Yeah, because Brittany Murphy took off, we know Alicia took off, Paul Rudd. I think apparently later in this show, Paul Rudd did make a cameo, but not as Josh. So Josh, I guess they broke up. Like Josh was not around in the show, and then Ty was not in the show. You're right. So yeah, there are ways to, of course, cut some roles out, but oh man, it'd be so fun.
I would definitely make them divorced because that's realistic.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Honestly, I'm like, I'm just fine with Cher coming back, and then characters trickle in.
Yeah, new people. She's got new people, and she hangs out. It'd be nice to see Summer. I guess she could see Amber, but Amber and her have to still. I can't remember what their relationship was like on the first TV show, but they need to be
They could be neighbors.
They could be like neighbors that, oh, that's good, Mel. Where like they do not like each other. It's just like Cher's got to go, and then Amber's like, oh, where are you off to? And it's like,
or their kids go to the same school or something.
Yes, and they have to constantly bump into each other, and they don't like it, and they're Amber's still copying the looks, right?
Yeah.
This is raging. Let's do a lap before we commit to a location.
Another scene that just popped into my mind that I really love, and another great song, the All Right song, We Are Young, We Are Free, the fountain and the photo shoot, and that's such a nice, that is, I think that's
Noxzema commercial?
Well, and then the Noxzema commercial, yes, in the beginning, the montage. What is this, like a Noxzema commercial? So much fun. That Jeep, this is the movie that made me realize, I want a Jeep. And I still want a Jeep. I guess they're not really that safe, but I would love a Jeep, if I had the money for a summer car, because who really wants a Jeep in the winter? That's if you got
just
money.
move to LA and
it's a good beach car.
It's a good beach car, right? Driving around. I mean, I had the convertible back in the day, that Jeep. Oh my God, Jeep
you had
Wrangler.
A convertible?
Oh yeah, I'm sure I told you that, Jason. Yeah. I guess you never saw it. Yeah, I guess you wouldn't have seen it. It was in Jersey. But oh yeah, I was driving around with the top down with Mel. But yeah, the fountain.
Probably pretty unsafe.
Oh yeah, very unsafe. That's why my mom was so pissed off. The Christmas Day 2004, I guess. I don't know. Yeah.
As a mom, I
would
feel
you
really
freak?
badly for her.
Yeah, there was no
I don't
bar.
want my kid driving around in that.
There was no safety bar,
So
mini
unsafe.
convertibles after that. Yeah,
And we would sit on the back.
Oh, Mel, we would do very
We're lucky.
and we would speed, and two of us would be in the front, and two would sit in the back with their hands up, at night. At night, where anything can happen. Yeah.
Did you ever pretend that you were Cher, Dion, and the characters in high school? Did you ever reenact?
Oh, I'm sure I did. Well, funny you ask. I wrote a script that I actually have. I scanned it with all the scripts. I hand wrote it, called Clueless 2. The first title, it was Clueless 2, it was first called The Boys Side. And instead of Cher, Dion, and Ty on the cover, it was Josh, Travis, and Murray. And I drew it on the stairs, right? And then I realized, this is too boy. And then I renamed it Clueless 2 Party Time. And the whole thing is, and I was rereading it the other day, it's actually so bad. I mean, I wrote it when I was 10, but it is bad. The scenes are so short, and it's just do you want to go shopping? Okay. Do you want to do this? Okay, sure. It's very short. But the whole...
That's cute, though.
It's so cute. And I had the long list. Everyone was back. And it literally took place right after Clueless 1. Cher and Josh were still together. I added a couple characters. They were babysitters this time. And I'm like, why? Now, why would Cher babysit? But Cher and Dion were babysitting, and they were talking about how annoying their kids were. And they're like, let's go party. And so the whole thing is just about an Easter party. It's Easter, and they're going to a party. And that's
you wrote
literally
an Easter movie. Oh my God.
I did. So maybe I should give that to the creators of the show, and hey, if you want to use it somehow, right? But so yeah, to answer your question, I'm sure I was reenacting all of these characters because there's something to love about every one of them, Why? How about you, Jason? Were you doing it? Or you were a little older, so were you reenacting any of this, or probably not?
No, but I felt like when I started freshman year of college, I was in Clueless because I went to Loyola Marymount.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
And it was rich.
Oh wow, yeah, that's so interesting. Yeah,
to navigate.
She went to Loyola Marymount, Manhattan. Jason went to Loyola Marymount in LA, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because there's the Marymount Manhattan one. Yeah, she went for like a year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I could see that totally just blending right in with the cast of Clueless. Wow. What about you, Mel? Did you reenact any of this like at home or with friends or anything?
I don't think so.
No.
This one.
Yeah.
But I mean, definitely loved it and
Oh yeah.
continue to watch it any chance I get.
It is the coziest, fluffiest, warm blanket. Like, man, this will cheer me up at any time, right? It's so, and we didn't get a chance. We can briefly talk about the teachers. I mean, Miss Geist is so great. Twink Kaplan, and then Wallace Shawn, who I love how Mr. Hall they say is 47. I'm like, oh my god, 47 years old. That's 47 is different now. He probably was, but it looks different nowadays. Yeah, right. I thought
Wallace Shawn gave the movie like the New York cred.
Yeah. He was, and he's so good. He's so funny. His voice is iconic, right? And then the teacher, Miss Stoger. Oh, he's prolific, of course. The adults, like, because Twink Kaplan worked with Amy Heckerling a lot, so like they add a great credit. And of course, like we were saying, Dan Hedaya, such a great, oh my God, he's so great. I love when they go to that Mighty Mighty Bosstones party and Josh is like kind of jealous, kind of wants to go. And he's like, I don't trust Christian. Like, and then I love how Daddy's just like, okay, go to the party. It's fine. And then the camera stays on him and he gives a little look like he knows what's going on,
Yes, he does.
So I guess we can't hate that the step siblings get together if Daddy's cool with it. Right?
Yeah. I mean, they're not really related.
No,
it's fine.
It's fleeting. It would be very strange if their parents were still together.
Still married. Yes.
Yes.
And then shout out to Julie Brown.
Julie Brown as Miss Stoger. Yes. Who
she
also worked
gave
with
the movie some credit.
She
downtown.
Yes.
Credibility.
Absolutely, because that's, I believe, how Amy Heckerling, they knew each other from Julie's MTV show, right? Was it an MTV show, I think? Or well, at least it aired later on MTV, I forget. And that's how Mona May got involved with them as well. So yeah, there's like really cool behind the scenes
Girls Are Easy?
bonds. I don't think so. I think that was a little before her time. Out of all the great songs, what is like the song? I know Mel was talking about the Cranberries, so maybe that's your choice, Mel, but you could change it. What is like one of these songs in the movies? What is that, like the ultimate song that reminds you of Clueless? For me, it's the end. It's tenderness. Love the ending. It is so joyous. The wedding, the slow motion kiss, the like I love it. Love it, love it, love it. What about you? Jason, do you have like a song that is like,
oh yeah, Mighty Mighty Bosstones.
Okay. Yeah.
That is so of the time.
Yeah.
But it's still relevant.
Yeah. It's such a unique sound and it fits this California upbeat, colorful vibe so perfectly. Yeah.
And people didn't really know about ska until the movie.
That's so interesting. Yeah, because like No Doubt was another kind of rising, but yeah, you're right. It was sort of setting that trend. Yeah, and it is funny. Because I know Just a Girl from No Doubt starts Romeo and Michelle, which I always think of those two movies are like in the same world, right? That is the beginning of the movie for Romeo and Michelle, but it is in this movie a little bit when they're driving around in the Jeep. So there's some songs that are lower and like very, very short, and then you have those songs that are like the montages, like between Tenderness at the end and Supermodel, I mean, those are like iconic Clueless songs for me. What about you, Mel? Is there a song, besides Cranberries?
Supermodel, definitely.
Supermodel, yeah, that was big. Yeah. Oh my God, it's so perfect for this. And Jill Solbuel, who sang that, just died recently. In a really tragic way, in a house fire.
Oh my gosh.
She was home and a freak, I don't even know what caused it, but a freak house fire just a couple months ago. She was just in Portsmouth doing a show. And I was actually thinking of going to see her maybe, although I only really know like 2 songs of her, doing a show. And then a couple days later, she died.
Wow.
Just a couple months ago. Yeah. Really sad. She was like on tour. So.
It's crazy.
So sad. Yeah. But that's not.
Did any of you use Noxzema?
No, I don't think so, actually.
I don't think I did either.
Neutrogena. Is that?
Right. They're separate.
Right?
Yeah.
Neutrogena.
Noxzema is the thing that would dry out your skin.
Yes. Noxzema.
No, I didn't use Noxzema.
I feel like maybe I tried it once, but I remember hearing that. And Noxzema was most famous in my mind because Rebecca Gayheart was like the Noxzema girl in the commercials, right? Yeah. Why? Did you use it, Jason? Oh, yeah.
What's crazy now are like the 10-year-olds that are all into skincare.
Oh, Jesus, really?
Spending hundreds of dollars at Sephora.
I mean, every time I'm in Sephora, which is rare, It is a very nice store. Like I look around and I'm like, what should I buy? You know what I mean?
It's
So I
easy
get
to
it.
spend money there.
It's
Yeah.
easy for things to add up. But yeah, that makes me sad. When you're 10, you should not
I
care about
know.
skincare. I mean, wear sunscreen, but that's about it.
Yeah.
No, it's crazy. So I was like with my friend, and we were like, we dropped off her kids at the mall. They're about to start freshman year of high school.
Wow.
And what they're into is so sophisticated.
Well,
I felt like
probably
it
because
was
of
like a
social
little
media.
Clueless.
Was it? Oh
Yeah,
my God,
definitely
that's
from
so funny.
social media.
Yeah, right. It's probably because of what they have access to on their phones. They learn so much now. Their skin's going to be amazing. They're going to be the skincare
No, they're
generation.
gonna overdo it. It's
Yeah.
like, but the products that they're being told to do cancel out their skin.
Oh, wow,
But
that's
it's just
interesting.
like
Yeah.
the Clueless world is still so relevant.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
the people that want to be rich.
Yeah. It's
And,
always going to be something we can all relate to. Like,
Oh, totally.
want.
And that
all
goes
want to
back
be
to
rich,
what you.
beautiful,
Yeah.
popular. These are like
It's just
universal themes
lifelong.
of adolescence. Mm-hmm.
MTV really did it back then.
Mm.
Really pumped it out, and now it's social media.
You're so
Mhm.
right. You are
Yeah.
that. What an interesting way to think about it. MTV was our social media back then. Between that and then like AOL chat rooms and
Mhm.
AIM, right? But but we had that, and now TikTok and Insta and Snapchat are the MTV, right? And that's where they're
Yeah.
learning all
Do you
this
think
stuff.
Cher would be on social media?
Yeah, I think
Definitely.
Amber, my plastic surgeon doesn't want me doing any activity where balls fly at my nose.
Well, there goes your social life.
I'm gonna be a supermodel.
Yeah, even for me, the moment it started, I connected with it.
So. I love that so much. Yeah.
I connected with it.
And I think it's very smart that they start with such bold, and they start and end with such bold colors. Like we're
Mhm.
being transported. It's like a mirror to society, but it's like a little bit of a funhouse mirror, you know?
Mhm.
Right.
And we're on a ride, you know?
Yeah.
And then we hear,
I mean,
looking
guess
out a dirty old window. What were we going to say, Jason?
No, I guess like final thought, like I did, like educationally, Clueless did teach me the ideas of what trends are and how what is the beginnings of like zeitgeist and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like I
hear
didn't
you.
quite understand it at that time,
Right.
but it did teach you in some sense forward thinking.
Yeah, I hear that. It's
Music, fashion, pop culture.
It really is, especially for our age, anyone older, maybe not, but for younger people at that time, it really is kind of like a guide, it's a guide of a movie, like, because there are great lessons to learn. It's actually very wholesome. You know what I mean? So like, it really is a nice kind of like lesson, on the thing, on how things can kind of spiral out of control, how to be nice. You know what I mean? Cher's mom, a total Betty. Never got to meet her. She died during routine liposuction, which always scares me. When I hear that, I'm like, that is scary, right?
Yeah.
Do you think, this is just a little philosophical question. Do you think Cher wants people to get together because her mom died and dad isn't with anyone? Oh, okay. Jason's nodding. Okay.
Absolutely.
Because a different movie would have, kind of made that more obvious, but mom is talked about in the beginning and we never talk about her ever again. You know what I mean? Yeah. Isn't that kind of sweet that like, ultimately, I think it's the story of a girl who's missing her mom.
Yeah. I think
Right?
she's trying to be a caretaker because she doesn't have one. She always had to step in that role for her dad. So she's used to taking care of people and she wants to take care of her friends. So
Yes.
that's why she's trying to be a matchmaker.
I wonder if Cher in the sequel show will be a matchmaker. Or if that's too on the nose, if that's too obvious, right?
That'd be cute.
It'd be cute, right?
It's cute. It's a cute callback.
Oh my God, what if Cher is a matchmaker and it's almost like she has, like that's why she's an influencer. She's a matchmaker.
Yeah, that
See?
would work well. Mm-hmm.
Then you get a Patty Stanger cameo and like there's a reality show or something, right? Okay, so that's one question I want
Get
to
some
bring up.
Dakota Johnson.
Right, then Materialists comes in, right? Final question. Bettys and Baldwins. Bettys we know from Flintstone, the very pretty girl, pretty woman, and then Baldwin, handsome guy, right? Now this might be a little invasive, I can cut it if it's weird, but for each of you, think back to high school. Who would you say? No, we can't say ourselves. Who would you say was a Betty and a Baldwin? So Mel, in our school, who for you was a Betty, a total Betty, a pretty girl,
I
And
guess
who was a
like
Baldwin?
the Venarias.
Okay,
the
so
twins.
yeah, they were
We had twin
Betty's.
girls.
Yeah.
And
were the Baldwins the Hayes brothers? You picked twins.
yeah, I guess so.
Isn't that weird?
To me or just like to the school?
No, for you. It would like, who would you call a Betty and who would you call a Baldwin?
I mean,
Maybe they
I had
listen
a
and they'll be
big
flattered.
crush on Greg Nell.
Greg Nell, yeah. So he was your
So-
Baldwin. Okay. And then
But
you're
it- that,
sticking with
I wouldn't say he's a universal one though.
no, but that's all right. That's your Baldwin. Yeah, that's all right. And then the Venarias are your Betty's.
I think they're objectively pretty. Yeah.
Okay. How about you, Jason? Who do you remember from your high school? Who was a Betty and who was a Baldwin?
Actually, I don't remember.
Jason, I don't believe it. I don't believe it. You had a high
I
school
have to
crush.
look at my social. I hung out like outside of high school.
Okay, well, who? Okay, was
But,
no one
like-
cute?
I was just like,
You went to class. You graduated high school. You don't remember a cute boy, cute girl?
no. I mean, I don't remember their names.
Oh, you don't remember
like-
names. Okay, so
I don't remember
okay.
names
Yeah.
anymore.
Yeah,
I'd have
I
to
know.
look at my high school yearbook. But
My Baldwin was Greg Peluso. So pretty. Remember him? So pretty. And then a Betty. I had very pretty friends, but if I couldn't name
course you
Mel,
did.
I really did. I mean, I think we were a good-looking group. I mean, we were like doing all the plays, so you kind of had to be pretty. But no, a Betty. Oh gosh, I don't know. For now, it's Mel. But if I have to choose someone else since Mel's here, I got to think more about that. I mean, Shayna Bellin was pretty, but that's an obvious choice. I want to think deeper. I want to think like a little out of the box.
Yeah.
I got to think about it.
You can
Anyway,
always edit that in.
yeah, I'll add that in later in post. All right. Well, thank you, friends.
Thank
This was so
you.
fun. I so appreciate your time. Tenderness, where is the tenderness? Where is it? And they all lived happily ever after. Brittany Murphy, rest in peace. We love and miss you so much. So happy to have such great performances of yours on film. This is the second Brittany Murphy movie of the year that I talked about on the show. First one was Girl Interrupted, if you listened to that episode. So we love you, Brittany. Thank you, everybody, for listening or watching this episode of Release Date Rewind. And thank you to my wonderful guests, Melissa Ward and Jason Kashiwagi, for being in my clique. They could never be a full-on Monet, never Hagsville with those beautiful faces. Tell your fellow Clueless fans about this episode and follow me on Instagram at Release Date Rewind to see more footage from our conversation and more footage of this movie. Thanks Straw Hut Media, the You Run Podcast Network, Kyle Motzinger, and the Portland Media Center in Maine. Next up on the show, everybody, we're staying in 1995, and we're discussing a very colorful, queer, and campy double feature. Can you guess what it is? What came out after Clueless that's colorful, queer, and campy? What could it be? Stay tuned and be seeing ya.
I hope not sporadically.